Okay. One now. Oh. Okay, you're on. So maybe 3 or 4 hours, yeah? I think that should be enough. It should only take an hour, not much more than an hour to go this. They've got to really make sure they can do that. This is your last one. What?
Is it my last one?
So you sure you will get more questions today?
Yeah.
It's only 2 of you. So you've done this paper?
Yes.
How did
Yeah, I
you
think
do?
so.
It was okay. I mean, there were a few questions that were more difficult.
How are you with the statistics?
Better than the pure.
Yeah, but I'm here.
Yeah, so shall we like do the questions?
Yeah.
So I'll hand you the pad. I don't think there's enough space to write.
Yeah, no, I just, yeah.
Do you have like a paper?
Can I go this paper?
Yeah, so maybe we can read that paper while we write on the. Okay, so
Can I start with question 1?
let's start with question 1.
Okay.
Do you want to look at it?
Yeah.
Maybe we can.
So the mean of the thing, there, right, that we have is equal to 24. The standard deviation is 4.7. We need to find the petrol consumption of
So I think it's always better to if you draw the graph first.
the graph.
Yeah. So you,
The bell graph.
yeah. So in this question, it's normal distribution.
Yeah.
So I think it's always better to draw the graph, so it makes everything more clear.
Okay.
So what is a typical shape of a normal distribution?
Like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's not quite. So yeah, so it's something like. This is a mean.
Yeah.
Or you can draw it down. It doesn't matter. So it's something. I'm not very good at drawing. It's something like this. So you don't have this in here. So it's like a smooth decrease.
Yep.
Down to there.
So this is the mean 24, and the standard deviation is 4.7. What we're trying to find is the probability of of randomly chosen particles between okay. So find the probability that it's there between that 28.7. So what we can do is we can take the equation z equals x minus u.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this is x, sorry. U over the standard deviation. So that becomes z is equal to 21.6 minus 24 over 4.7, and z is equal to 28.7 minus 24 over 4.7. So for this, z is equal to 1, and
So what is the lower bound?
the low, sorry?
What is the lower bound? So for the other one?
The other one is,
You might need to use a calculator.
yeah, I think I might.
Actually, it's 0.
It's
Sorry, 0.5106. 5106.
0.06. Okay, and then what we need to do then is take the weird thing that I don't know the name of, 1, because minus.
Okay. So how would you visualize it on the graph? So if we go back to the graph.
Yeah.
So at between
It
which
should be 1
which 2
minus.
points?
So that one would be around here,
Yeah.
and the other one would be around 1, so somewhere.
So what are we trying to calculate?
We're trying to find the distance between these two, right?
Is it a distance? So what does the question ask you?
The probability. Find the probability the petrol consumption of randomly chosen car of this type.
So between those two numbers, right?
Yeah.
So what is the probability? How do you represent the probability on this graph? It is area, right? It is area on the graph. So it is area between. It is area between.
Yeah.
Two, right? So how do you calculate area normally? What mathematical method?
By integrating?
Yeah, so by integrate. So how would you calculate the area of this by integration? So you calculate the integration of that, right?
Yeah.
Minus the integration of that, and you get this.
Yeah.
And you have a table here which tells you the integration of any number on this distribution. So if you use this graph and find what is the integration of this and what is the integration of that, and you use that to minus this, and you get the mid area.
Which
is
that minus what is it? It was 0.5106, right? Yeah, there. Which then becomes
so the number is it 0.516 or minus 0.5?
Isn't it just 0.516 because you can't convert it, so you then wait, it would then be the 1 minus of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know why that is?
Because it's subtracting, but you can't take the 5 into this graph, so you have to do that instead. Or 3 minus bracket 1 minus what is it? 0.5 1 and 6, so it would be 0.5 3 0.6953, which then becomes.
And then you got the result. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question. Well done.
Yeah. Thank you.
So question 2 is also a normal distribution question. I'll create a new.
So x comes from Binomials front of and p equal and x is longer than 12.
Yeah.
And another p is 32, and x is longer than 9.
So what's so p so it's I think it's better to write it as px greater than 9 is equal to 0.32.
Px.
Yeah, so like if you give that to me, so if it's like px greater than 9 is equal to 0.232, right?
Okay.
And yeah, as I said, I think it's always better to draw the graph first. So how would you represent them on the graph?
You have
Yeah. So what is the probability? So which part of the graph represents the probability of x greater than 12?
like small part.
Yeah.
So we need to find this one. So 1, 2, 3, x. It's 68.
Yeah.
And another one is ax is 1,012. It's 1 minus 1. Now we can find z. Oh gosh. Point z equal 1.751.
How do you, okay.
Is it?
Yeah, so yes, so the problem here is so you said for example you said p the probability of x greater than 9 is equal to 0.68, right? So then which means the probability of x smaller
Done.
or equal to 9 is equal to 1 minus 0.68, but it's not like this.
Oh, okay.
So I mean you need to convert the inequality sign as well. So
Yes,
here the same goes here to x. X smaller or equal to 12 is equal to 1 minus 0.04.
Yeah.
So for the normal distribution, so you need to convert this value into the value given in the table, which is that, right? You need to convert this x to that. How would you convert the x to that?
So 12.
Yeah. So z is equal to
12 minus mu.
Yeah, minus mu.
Lambda.
Yeah. So which is I think is given.
We need to find lambda.
Find mu. Oh yeah, no. So it's sigma, no lambda.
Oh, sigma.
So that is that, right? And you know the probability, which is 0.69, and you look up in the table which that value gives you 0.69.
So 1 point.
Yeah. So then it means 1.751 is equal to 12 minus sigma over theta, and the same goes for that, right? So which that value gives you 0.68.
Which is 0.468.
Yeah. So and then you have what you have here is two equations.
Yeah.
With two variables, which is called what has those called? Simultaneous equation. You know how to solve the simultaneous equation. Okay. You understand how it was done?
Yes.
Okay. Let's move on to the next question.
Okay, so for the next question, let's say three conditions satisfied for a solution to be more binary.
You want to say the question?
Yeah.
It is so for the first question, it's only two outcomes They need to be independent
Yeah.
and they need to contain a P probability.
Which is, yeah, so everything has a probability. Right? So what's the requirement for the probability?
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's fixed.
Oh yeah,
So
fixed
it doesn't
probability.
change. So it doesn't change with, yeah, that's right. So yeah, we got 3 requirements here. So the next part of the question.
The next part of the question is George wants to invest some of his monthly salary over 18 months. So we have the 18 is the time period. Each month. Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool.
So the probability that he will invest in a large company, so P of L, is equal to 0.25. The P of a small is equal to 0.15, and the P of savings is equal to 0.6. So the question asks, find the probability that George will buy shares in a small company in at least 3 of these 18 months. So then just taking it from, it's the probability of 0, 1, and 2. Why am I writing Q1 this all the time? Right, so then...
What does 0, 1, 2 mean?
The probability of the first month, the second month, and the third month for the binomial distribution equation, which is...
So how many outcomes are there in this?
I think this one.
Oh, no, how many outcomes? So
What do
how
you
many? So for example, if I throw a coin,
Yeah.
there are 2 outcomes. One is head and one is tail.
So one is that he doesn't, that he invests in a small company, and one is they invest. So, that's pretty good. The P of small is the same, so that's equal to 0.15, but P of not is equal to 0.8.
Yeah, so although there seems to be 3 outcomes here, but actually there are just 2 outcomes. So one is you invest in a small company, but the other one is you not invest in the small company.
Is equal to, so then for the first one it is 18 choose 0, which is 0. 1 is, 1 times by 0.85 to the power of 18, and then times that again. I'm not going to bother writing it, and then it's 18 choose 1.
Okay,
it's plus times by 0.85, 18 times by 0.115.
Okay. So a slight. So before we continue, so a slight problem. So the equation. What is on your left side of the equation?
It's the
so PS. What does it mean?
The probability that you'll invest in a small company.
Right. So
within the 2.
Okay. So the probability of.
So it becomes.
So on the left-hand side x-axis is the probability of investing in a small company.
Yeah.
But what does the question ask you?
Within the time period of the 3 months.
Yeah. But what is the probability you are trying to calculate? In at least 3 of the 18 months, right? Yeah. So so the probability you are trying to calculate is the probability you are investing in a small company in at least 3 months. Yes. But then on the right-hand side, what is the probability you're calculating? So what is P0?
P0 is just 0.
So you are adding up P0, P1, and P2, right? So what is P0?
The month before, like.
So P0. So what is equal to 0?
Like the first.
So P0 means the probability of you not investing in any of the small companies, right? So that's why you have the probability of 0.85 times to the power of 18. So on the right-hand side, we are calculating the probability of not investing in a small company plus the probability of investing in 1 month and plus the probability of investing in 2 months. But the left-hand side is the probability of at least investing in 3 months.
So I need the 3 as well. Yeah.
So at least 3 means it is equal or bigger than 3.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So
now
on it's a reverse because on the left hand side you are saying that it is a probability of you investing in at least 3. But on the right hand side you are saying the probability of you investing in less than 3. So what do you need to do?
it needs to be this that 1 minus that.
That's right.
Times 15, and then just again plus 18 choose 2 times bracket 0.85 so 18 17 17 no 15 16 16 times 0.15 to the power of 2.
And then the probability of that's equals to 1 minus you know how to calculate say 18 choose 6.
18 choose
So for example, what does it equal to?
It's equal to 18 factorial over 6 factorial, and then you can just take away the 6. No.
There's something missing. Do you know?
18, 17, 16. So like from 6 numbers, like 18, 17, 16, 15, 14.
Yeah, so it's not quite. So for example, so 18 choose 6 is equal to 18 factorial divided by 6 factorial times something. Right? There are 2 terms on the bottom. Times 18 minus 6 factorial.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it?
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar actually.
Do you have like a formula book?
Yeah.
It's not in my book.
Is it on the formula?
No.
Yeah, so it's so this sign A choose B, it is equal to A factorial divided by B factorial times A minus B factorial. Do you know what does this sign mean?
Like take I don't know.
So if you have, for example, 10 balls, like basketballs, it doesn't matter if they are the same or not. I take 5 from them. So I can take this one, that one, this one, and that one, or I can take this one, this one, this one, that one. So how many ways of taking 5 basketballs out of 10 basketballs? So it's 5 choose 10. So this is from A choose B. So and the formula is this. Okay, that's fine. So and you calculate this expression and you get a probability. Next question.
Next question is
you're going to choose 4. To this bigger table, okay, so this is times 2
Yeah.
times 2 times 2.
So why do you? Can you explain?
Because we need to choose 4, and then this one it has to be paperback, and then this one could be has to be hardback. So yeah,
Okay, right. Yeah. So on the bottom, what is on the bottom?
that is the total probability.
Yeah. So so on the bottom is the total ways of taking things.
Yeah,
And what is on the top?
that is the probability of choose.
So the ways of the whole expression represents the probability, right?
Yeah.
And on the bottom is not the probability, but it's the total ways of taking 4.
Okay.
But on the top,
Yeah.
it is how many ways of taking.
4.
Oh, yeah. So on the top is how many ways of taking 2 paperback out of the 6.
2.
Yeah. So why do you need to multiply it by to choose 2? Why do you want to multiply it by?
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Oh, I just times the less of it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
mean, I don't have to.
yeah, but it's yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. But if you even if you do this, so the value of say choose 2 is equal to 1. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. So the next part of the question.
Drawing the page.
Okay, x 3, 2, 3, 4. X3, times 2, 2, 2. It is 6.
So yeah. So 2 times
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And is it 8?
yeah. That's it.
14.
Hmm.
That's the same word.
That can't be right.
Why?
I think it's 4 over 14.
If it's 4 over 14, then what? What does how much is the total probability?
That is true as well. Yeah.
Because there are only 3 ways of taking them. It's 2, 3, or 4. It can only be one of them. So the total probability must add up to 1. So you didn't even have to calculate the 8. You can just use 1 minus
These 2?
yeah,
Okay.
and you get 8 over 4.
Yeah, true.
So the last part of the question.
Yes, okay. What's the thing? To find x is I need to times equal is that okay? 2 squared times 3 14 plus 3.
What is the definition of virus?
I don't actually know.
Okay, so how did you?
I just know from the format the correct.
Yeah, so the definition of virus. I mean, yeah, the calculation you're doing, I think is you are going to the right direction. So you need to know what variance is. So variance is equal to the expected value. Do you know what expected value is?
Not really. I just.
So expected value is just a mean value.
Oh, yeah.
For example, if I have a coin, and so if I have a coin on the top is 1, on the bottom is 2.
Okay.
So the expected value is the mean value, which is half times 1 plus So the probability times 1 plus probability times 2, right? So variance is equal to the expected value of x squared minus the expected value of this is a better way. So expected value of x squared. That's the definition of variance. So to calculate, how do we calculate the expected value of x squared? So we use x squared times the probability plus the second random variable squared times the probability, right? Or the first one or the second one plus the third one, because we only have 3 numbers here. And x for the first one, so the first random variable is 2, so it's 2 squared times the probability of having this random variable, which is 3 over 14, and plus 3 squared times 8 over 14, plus 4 squared times 3 over 14. Right, and you, this is the expected value of the x squared, and then you minus the expected value of x, which is 3, right? It's given in the question, and you square it, you calculate the values.
Yeah.
As long as you know the definition of variance, it's easy to calculate. Next.
So for question 5, playground is, we have 4, no, that's wrong one. Equipment consists of swings, R and C, and E,
I'll
3.
create a new sheet. So.
Okay, so there are 3 playgrounds. Playground P of x is 1 equal to 1 over 4. P of y is equal to 1 over 4, and P of z is equal to 1 over 2. The question asks, find the probability that Noor chooses a playhouse. So then just need to take playhouse randomly. The probability of x. Yeah, so then you just need to take the probability of P of x and what is playhouse P? Yeah. And then the P of y.
Yeah, so, okay, just so for one of them, so what is the probability of x and P?
So then it will be.
How do you represent it with a mathematical term? With a mathematical symbol?
Yes.
And yeah, so it's P, it's better to write P of x, this symbol.
Yeah. So then it would be the probability of x is what, 1 over 4, and P is 4 over 4, and there is 4 over 9, which is equal to 1 over 9. And then you would add do this one and then add them together. Yeah.
So next one.
Given that Noor chooses a climbing frame, find the probability that she chooses that. So then it will be chooses y. So then the probability of P climbing frame, so C, and y, over probability of just C, right?
Yeah, so where does this come from?
For the second question.
Yeah, so where does this formula come from?
I don't know, it's something I memorized.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, so it's a formula. So when you calculate the P, the probability of y happening given that the it has already happened is equal to the probability of C and y over GC. probability of C. Yeah. Yeah. So and then you can, so this one is equal to
P and Y, so it would be C and Y. So 1/3, 6,
yeah
12. No,
so,
6, 12.
yeah. So 1/12 times the probability of C, which is
1 out of
4, right?
yeah.
1/4 divided by 1/4,
Mhm.
and you get that. Do you know? Okay. So yeah, can I do the next question, please? I think the next question is slightly more difficult. Did you do the question 6?
Did I do this? I think I did question 6 actually. Let me see. Yeah, it's this one. Oh yeah, it's one of those. I don't know that one.
Okay.
I'll continue. Yeah. I forgot.
If we move this up, we can pull
That's fine.
Okay, we got 3 A's. 1, 2, and 3, 6, 5. Is it? Yeah. And the question is here to together. So is A, and we have. Is it?
Yeah.
So now we have 6 space. So just like 6 factorial over 2.
6 space. Why do you have 6 space?
Because I count as a 3 A's, 1 letter.
Yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
the point is to count the 3 as
Oh.
a single letter. So why are you dividing it by 2?
Because we have gens.
Yeah,
And then it's
right.
in, so.
Yeah,
I don't know actually.
it's fine. So
Okay.
It's 360.
Okay.
so the next part.
It's deposit, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna say constant is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. So 4 times 3 times.
Okay. So why are you?
So I've set constant
Yeah.
is square and then powers circle, and then I got 4. in
So
total.
yes.
I got 3 A's.
Yeah.
And next is, this is total, and then I have gen, and to divide by, and then I got, I think.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, can I have? Okay. So so basically, do you understand that question? So basically, you have so if you split it into as you said, squares and circles. So this is how many ways of arranging the squares. So if you because there are 4 spaces, and also because there are 3 A letters, so it's kind of you have a 3 factorial ways of repeating. So you need to divide it by 3 factorial, and the same goes for this, and you multiply from 2 together because there are as many ways. So because there are 2 different combinations. So you times how many ways of arranging the squares and times it by how many ways of arranging the circles, and you get the total number of ways of arranging the letters. So question 3.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay, and then I got two choice. Is it 3?
So you are choosing, yeah.
From 3 because I'm just.
Yeah, so because you have 3 letters left, only 2 that and Y, and you are choosing only 2 from the 3, so it's like choosing both 5 basketball from 10 basketballs. So the same, yeah. So this one you just choose 2 letters from the 3 letters. So it's 3 choose 2, which is 3. The last part of the question.
Okay. Now I need to think about A's.
Why do you need to think about this?
Because there are 3 A's. And then why?
Yeah, because there are 3 A's. So it's possible that you can get 1 A or 2 A or none of the A's. So if you get 2 A's, you cannot use. So you have to think about them independently. So if you don't think about them independently, then you cannot use like A choose B formula anymore, because it is only for the different letters.
Okay. So there's say H1 is no A's. And A.
Yeah.
And 2. And 2 A's and 1. And the other one is N and 3 A's. This is gonna be 0. This is gonna be 3.
Yeah.
This is gonna be 3, C, and this is 1, 1, 3, 3.
And then add them up.
Is 8.
Yeah, that's right. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Last question.
Yeah. So for this question, the first question is just to draw a histogram of it. So, this is gonna be a great histogram. Yeah. Okay. Great histogram. It's skewed.
We'll get extra mark for this.
So then it's just sort them out. I'm not gonna do it proportionally. Just there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these should be different sizes because of the different sizes of the groups.
But when you draw it in the exam, you have to use a ruler.
Yeah. So then it's just up to like 40, so we'll do 50 here because it's simple. Then we'll put 25 there somewhere. So the first one goes up to 5, between 1 and 5 to 25, so it will be around there. And since it's only from 1, it goes from there to 5, we'll say 1 to 5, 6 to 20, 21 to 35, 36 to 60, and 61 to 80. Yeah, and then 6 to 20 had 9, so it goes somewhere around there. So then 21 goes a bit lower than that, and then somewhere around there. Yeah.
So it's not the only starting problem is when you draw the histogram. What is on your y-axis?
Y-axis, so that the y-axis should be the frequency.
Okay, so yeah, so the way you draw it here is a frequency, but
Oh wait, no.
I think that's fine. And I think there's another way of drawing it, so it's called frequency and density. I don't know if you know frequency and density, which might make slight more sense because
Oh yeah, you divide that by that because it's such a difference in.
yeah. So I mean, if you label it as frequency, then like your drawing is correct, but a slightly so a way which makes more sense would be that you draw the frequency density at the y-axis, because you're calculating the density, which makes I think makes the comparison between the histograms more clear. Yeah, I think that's. I'm not very sure about this.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So the second
Question 2 is for the mean. So, oh wait, that's big, but whatever. So then to find the mean, it's literally just finding the difference between those two. So that will be 3 times 24, and all of them. I'm not going to write it out. Over 101 people.
Yeah. So what is 3?
3 is the in between, so it's the average of those.
Yeah. So are you calculating the actual mean, or is when you
the estimate?
Yeah. So it's just estimate because you don't actually know what is the real mean.
Yeah.
You're just estimating the last one.
Yeah. And then the last part is state the lower quartile. So then just again, it's 110 divided by 2. Wait, no. The mean amount of people.
So what is the lower quartile? Sorry,
the lower quartile is from the mean to.
Is it the mean or?
No, it's not the mean. It's the median.
Yeah. The mean is the mean value, and median is the middle.
Yeah. So it's the middle of these two.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lower quartile, so that would be the middle is 100, 100, so 50, 50.5. 55, 50.5, 55.5.
So okay, first of all, how do you calculate the median of this?
You just like take the middle number, so 55.5 is the total.
Okay, you think it's 55?
No, it won't be 55.5 because you can't have a half person.
Yeah. What is the median?
It would be 56.
Yeah. So
because you add 1 to the.
Yeah. Do you know why you add 1?
Because it's odd, so you don't get a half.
Yeah. So for example, if I have 5 things, the median is in between, which is the third number.
Yeah.
So it's just a way of calculating this 3. So you just when you have all the number of things, you plus 1 divided by 2, you get exactly what's in the middle. Yeah. So the median is
56, and then the lower quartile would be half of that. So 56 divided by 2 is 28,
which is in
this group. So it would be 6 to 20.
What about upper?
Upper quartile, you just add 28 to 56, so it would be somewhere in.
What's the number? So what is 56 plus 20?
56 plus 28. 8 is 4, 56, 60, 80.
Yeah.
80, yeah. 84.
Yeah. So what is in which range?
So then 100 and that would be minus that. So it would be in the higher range. So this one.
Okay.
So that would be the lower quartile and higher quartile. And then to find the interquartile range, you just take the upper quartile minus the lower quartile's height. But because of this, it would be 61 minus 20, so it would be 41.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all. Do you have any questions? Yeah, I think you're much better with this statistics.
Yes. Okay. That's yours, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.